Welcome to the very first issue of Industry
Hello
Mitra
listeners,
quarterly audio
this
magazine.
book is produced in DAISY format by Mitra Jyoti. The address is Mitra Jyoti, CA Site, number P22, 18th Cross, 31st Main, Sector 1, HSR Layout, behind NIFT, Bangalore 560102. Phone number Bangalore code 080 22587623. Alternative number 22587625. Email mj.tblibrary@gmail.com. Website www.mitrajyothi.org. Copyright notice. This book is produced in DAISY Digital Talking Book, DAISY text only, for the bona fide print disabilities by Mitra Jyoti. This book is created for special distribution of print disabled in accordance with Section 52 1 ZB for the Copyright Act of India 1957 as amended in 2012. This DAISY Digital Talking Book, DAISY text only, is permitted to be used only by persons with print disabilities. Any further reproduction, distribution to any persons without print disability, or any commercial use of this book is strictly prohibited and will be subject to
Hi,
legal
this
action.
is Manik
Thank
Mahajan.
you.
With me is my team, Divya Agarwal and Ananya Pandey. Welcome to the very first issue of Industry Mitra quarterly audio magazine, where we aim to familiarize our listeners with different industries in our country, their impact and scale, background, government policies, employment opportunities for visually impaired, and inspiring success stories. Don't worry, we'll throw in jokes and fun facts every now and then to keep things interesting. And make sure to not miss our book recommendation at the end. In this issue, we are going to talk about the banking sector. Banking has evolved from traditional money lenders to one of the biggest functional industries in today's date. Banking in India originated in the 18th century. Bank of Hindustan, established in 1770, was among the first few. The largest and the oldest bank in operation is the State Bank of India, which started as Bank of Calcutta in 1806. This was one of the three banks founded by a presidency government, the others being Bank of Bombay in 1840 and Bank of Madras in 1843. These three banks were merged in 1921 to form the Imperial Bank of India, which became the State Bank of India in 1955. In 1960, the State Bank of India was given control of 8 state-associated banks under the Subsidiary Banks Act 1959. The Indian government nationalized 14 major private banks in 1969 and 6 more in 1980. These nationalized banks form the majority of lenders in the Indian economy due to their large size and widespread network. The banking sector has been one of the most vital sectors for the functioning of an economy. It creates and maintains an economic flow in any country. It attracts depositors with saving schemes, and this deposited money is used as loan advances given to others, who in turn help in the industrial development of the country. Banks facilitate financial policies to shield the country from the dangers of inflation
Did you know?
deflation, and crisis.
After independence, Pakistan used Indian rupee notes stamped with Pakistan until it could print enough currency
Types
of its
of
own.
financial institutions.
Commercial banks.
Some examples of commercial banks in India are SBI, HDFC, Axis Bank, Kotak Mahindra, and Yes Bank. Commercial banks accept deposits and offer loans that can be used by individuals or businesses, used to buy goods or expand business operations, which make their way back to the banks in the form
Investment
of
banks.
deposited funds. Big names in investment banking are JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and Credit Suisse. Some Indian I-banks include Birla Capital and Financial Services Limited, Edelweiss Financial Services Limited, and IDBI Capital Market Service Limited. While investment banks may be called banks, their operations are far different than deposit gathering commercial banks. An investment bank is a financial intermediary that performs a variety of services for businesses and some governments. These services include underwriting debt and equity offerings, acting as an intermediary between an issuer of securities and the investing public, making markets, facilitating mergers and other corporate organizations, serving as a broker for institutional clients, and providing research and financial advisory services to companies. As a general rule, investment banks focus on initial public offerings and large public and private share offerings. Traditionally, investment banks do
Insurance
not deal
companies.
with the general public. Some examples of insurance companies are Bharti AXA Life Insurance, Kotak Life Insurance, and PNB MetLife Insurance. Insurance companies pool risk by collecting premiums from a large group of people who want to protect themselves and their loved ones from threats or losses caused by sudden, unexpected mishaps such as fire, car accidents, illnesses, lawsuits, disabilities, or death. Insurance helps individuals and companies to manage risk and preserve wealth. By insuring a large number of people, insurance companies can operate profitably and, at the same time, pay for claims that may arise. Insurance companies use statistical analysis to project what their actual losses will be to the
Brokerage
given
firms.
class. India Bulls Ventures Limited, ICICI Direct, Sher Khan, etc. are some names from this category. A brokerage firm acts as an intermediary between buyers and sellers to facilitate securities transactions. They are compensated via commission after the transaction has been successfully completed. For example, when a trade order for a stock is carried out, an individual often pays a transaction fee for the brokerage company's efforts to execute the trade. A brokerage can be either full service or discount. A full service brokerage provides investment advice, portfolio management, and trade execution. In exchange for this high level of service, customers pay significant commissions on each trade. Discount brokers allow investors to perform their own investment research
Let's have
and
some
make
fun.
their own decisions.
Was that too much information? Let me lighten up the mood with a joke. Tell me, why can't a bank keep a secret? Because it has too
Government
many
policies.
tellers.
Here are some government schemes for the
Pradhan
banking
Mantri
and
Jan
finance
Dhan
sector.
Yojana.
Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana ensures comprehensive financial inclusion of all the households in the country by providing universal access to the banking facilities with at least one basic bank account to every household, financial literacy, access to credit, insurance and pension facility. Under this scheme, a person not having a savings account can open an account without the requirement
Pradhan
of any
Mantri
minimum
Jeevan
balance.
Jyoti Bima Yojana.
Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, available to people in the age group of 18 to 50 years having a bank account who give their consent to join or enable auto debit. Aadhaar is the primary KYC for the bank account. Risk coverage under this scheme is for rupees 2 lakh in case of death of the insured due to any reason. The monthly premium
Atal
is
Pension
rupees
Yojana.
330. Atal Pension Yojana. Open to all saving bank or post office saving bank account holders in the age group of 18 to 40 years, and the contributions differ based on the pension amount chosen. Subscribers would receive the guaranteed minimum monthly pension of rupees 1000 to rupees 5000 at the age of 60 years. Under this Yojana, the monthly pension would be available to the subscriber, and after him to his spouse, and after their death the pension corpus as accumulated at age 60 of the subscriber would be returned
you
to the
know
nominee of the subscriber.
RBI was also the central bank for two other countries. It played the role of Central Bank of Pakistan till June 1948 and the Central Bank of Burma, Myanmar
Scale and
till April
infrastructure.
1947.
The Indian banking system consists of 27 public sector banks, 21 private sector banks, 49 foreign banks, 56 regional rural banks, 1,562 urban cooperative banks, and 94,384 rural cooperative banks. By 2018, the Indian banking industry employed 11,75,149 employees and had a total of 1,09,811 branches in India and 171 branches abroad, which manage an aggregate deposit of rupees 67,505 billion and bank credit of rupees 52,605 billion. The net profit of the banks operating in India was rupees 1,028 billion against a turnover of rupees 9,150 billion for the financial year 2017-2018. The Indian banking sector is set to become the third largest
Did you know
by the year 2025.
the rupee was the currency of several other countries like Aden, Oman, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, the Trucial States, Kenya, Uganda, the Seychelles, and Mauritius
impact
in
of
the early
technology.
20th century.
Advancements in technology have revolutionized the banking system. Long queues at counters have disappeared thanks to net banking, which reduces the effort to carry out almost any task to a few button clicks. Chatbots provide 24/7 seamless assistance to customers. Another impact of technology can be seen in fraud detection, where investigation and identification of frauds used to be an equal effort from both man and machine. Today, artificial intelligence tools are progressing and they're now starting to be able to catch fraudulent transactions based on transaction patterns. This can be achieved at a much greater efficiency in terms of both time
Did you
taken
know
and cost
the
incurred.
cost of minting a 10 rupees coin is
Career
6 rupees
opportunities.
and 10 paise?
Today, banking is amongst the top paying fields in the area of commerce and accounts. With a net worth of INR 64 trillion, the banking sector continues to provide lucrative job opportunities for job seekers. Around 40,000 jobs are created annually, and it is estimated that in coming years, over 5 lakh fresh jobs will be up for grabs. Normally, the starting pay could range from rupees 10,000 to 15,000. The advancing technology has opened many doors for a career in banking for visually challenged people. With the help of softwares like screen readers and optical character recognition tools, one can make a great career in banking industry. The most popular department providing employment opportunities is customer services, which involves assisting customers in filling forms and can easily be done understanding and remembering the layout and keynotes associated with every field. Customer services can also be a telephonic job, wherein one gets to assist their customers. Next, we have the advances and loan department, where one gets tasks like following up with borrowers for submission of their periodic documents, contacting default borrowers, contacting borrowers awaiting account renewal, providing information to customers on their loan status, sending bulk email to loan default borrowers, and preparing various documents to be submitted to higher offices. There are general administrative jobs. These mainly focus on general upkeep and functionality of the branch. It includes coordination with vendors, housekeeping, IT, stationery department, currency chest, electrician, civil contractor, etc. Moving on to the credit processing cell. This department focuses on providing information and maintaining database to branches and customers about the status of loan proposals, telephonic or email follow-up for reconciling the departmental data. Next up is loan recovery, which involves informing customers by sending out mails to defaulters, gathering periodical reports to assist the officers on the field, etc. Moving on to the IT department. The usual tasks are configuring email clients, providing troubleshooting assistance over the phone, monitoring the use of alternative delivery channels like mobile and internet banking, and monitoring of hits per day of ATMs. HR management work involves managing the workforce of the branch. The responsibilities include checking the monthly officiating statements submitted by branches and incorporate the data into the salary of bank employees, maintaining attendance, maintaining records of dependent family members of employees, managing user maintenance
know
activities, and more.
the first woman to become the Deputy Governor of RBI is KJ Udeshi. She was
Government
appointed
quota
in
and benefits
2003.
for persons with disability. Let's briefly discuss the definitions of disabilities for reservations under the PWD category. Blindness is described by the government as a condition where a person suffers from complete absence of sight, visual acuity not exceeding 6 by 60 or 20 by 200 in the better eye, with correcting lenses or limitation of the field of vision subtending an angle of 20 degree or worse, and low vision is defined as impairment of visual function after treatment or standard refractive correction. It should also be noted that the Government of India considers only those with a minimum of 40% of any disability. For example, for you to be considered for reservation, for having low vision, your vision needs to be at least 40% lower than normal eyesight. The Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment identifies the posts valid for PWD reservation. These jobs are identified on the basis of job responsibilities and duties involved. Other concessions given to PWD candidates include age limit relaxation, exemption from paying examination or application fees, relaxation in suitability standards, reservations in promotions, etc. To get a medical certificate, visit a district government hospital, get a receipt stating a date for your medical examination, and be physically present at the hospital on the said date. You will be examined by a team of 3 to 4 doctors for the nature
Let's
and
have some
percentage
fun.
of disability.
It's time for a joke. Tell me, why did the basketball player visit a bank?
Success
His
story
checks were
of
all
Ashish
bounced.
Goyal. Ashish Goyal, an NMIMS graduate who, because of his lack of vision, was denied the opportunity to give an interview for a private firm. He turned the odds in his favor and went on to get an MBA degree from Wharton University and is now working in Morgan Stanley, one of the biggest multinational investment banks. In the final year at NMIMS, during his interview with the private firm, he was rejected and was advised to find a job in the public sector as they have a quota for physically disabled people. Having turned blind in his teenage years because of an eye condition called retinitis pigmentosa, Ashish did not take the advice lightly. Disappointed on being judged by his physical disability and not his skills, he was prepared to turn his life around and prove the world how a disability doesn't define a person. He not only landed a job with ING Vyasa, a privately owned multinational bank, he went on to do his MBA from Wharton University, Philadelphia. Ashish now has a job in Morgan Stanley in its chief investment office. He learned to play Brazilian drums, the Argentine tango, boxing, and performing on stage, among many other things. He received the National Award for the Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities from the President of India. Talking about his success and disability, he says, I have pondered at length about the saying, everything happens for the best. If I had regular sight, I could easily see myself being a very average, spoiled kid, doing nothing with my life and living an inconsequential existence. Well, that would be taking the worst case scenario. But this disability made me focus and work hard for everything. And most importantly, it made me believe in myself and gave me an attitude to keep on trying, giving my best
Did you
and
know
enjoying every experience.
currency notes of rupees 5,000 and rupees 10,000 were in circulation between
Book
1954
summary:
and
The
1978?
Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Despite coming from poverty, Benjamin Graham began his investing career with a job at Wall Street. He recorded his investing principles in The Intelligent Investor, which, as claimed by his student Warren Buffett himself, is the best book on investing out there. Here are 3 key lessons from Graham's book to help you start investing. Number 1. There are 3 principles to intelligent investing. Analyze the long-term evolution and management principles of a company before investing. Protect yourself from losses by diversifying investments. Never look for crazy profits, but focus on safe and steady returns. Number 2. Never trust Mr. Market. Graham's most famous analogy is the one of Mr. Market, where he pictures the entire stock market as a single person who is not very clever, totally unpredictable, and suffers from serious mood swings. Number 3. Stick to a strict formula and you will do fine. Set a fixed budget you're going to invest every month or quarter and then invest that into the stocks you have previously picked, no matter the price. Published in 1949, The Intelligent Investor has inspired people worldwide with its philosophy of value investing, which teaches them to develop long-term strategies and shields them
Let's have
from
some fun.
substantial errors.
Here's a riddle for you. Shilpa bought an item of rupees 100 from the shopkeeper Raju. She paid him through a 500 rupee note. Realizing that he did not have change, the shopkeeper Raju got change for that note from another shopkeeper, Vicky, and paid rupees 400 to Shilpa. After a few days, Vicky realized that the note is fake. He took 500 rupees back from Raju. So, in this whole process, how much money did Raju lose in the end? Stay tuned for the next issue of Industry Mitra Quarterly Audio
References.
Magazine to find out.
Wikipedia. Financial Services. 4-Minute Books. Jagran Josh. Rediff Get Ahead.
End of the magazine.
Investopedia.
We have come to the end of Industry Mitra Quarterly Audio Magazine's first issue on banking. Any suggestions for improving the quality of recording are always welcome. Please contact Mitra Jyoti at the address given in the beginning of the magazine. Mitra Jyoti wishes you every success in all of your life's undertakings. We will meet you again in the next quarter with another issue of Industry Mitra. This is Ananya Pandey, Manik Mahajan and Divya Agrawal. We hope that you enjoyed this magazine and benefited from its listening. Thank you.